Hello, Charlie Zorro here. Welcome to episode 2 of the Adventures of Kaleia Underfoot. In our last adventure, the elf Nogmeldir has asked Kaleia to search for the missing Elf-scout Glorwen. So Kaleia's getting ready to go to the giant ruins in search of the missing scout. So we will meet you there. Hello. We have now arrived on the outskirts of the giant ruins, and as you can see, the area is infested by wargs. We will need to fight our way in. Let's continue. See if we can't find some sign of Glorwen. We'll just keep fighting our way through these wargs. Go for it, Kaleia, take them out. It looks like we're being chased. Here we go, a stalker. Well, we'll take care of him. Look out, Kaleia, there's one on your other side. Oh no, there's 3 of them. We may be in trouble. Fight, little Kaleia, fight! Ah, that was a close call. Let us restore some power and heal our wounds. Time for a quick hobbit snack. And we press on. Another warg. This time we'll sneak up on him. The giant ruins. Ah, a warg stalker, but we saw you in time. There we go. Which way? Let's go up the path, and we'll take on this Tempest Warg. Kaleia, keep going, you've almost got him. And he's dead. What's this? There's a bow and a cape over in the corner. It's Glorwen's bow. We'll need to take that back to Nogmelder and see what he has to say. But in the meantime, let's avenge ourselves on some of these wargs. Alright. Let's head back out. There's another warg in the distance. Let's see if we can't get his attention. It. Keep going, Kaleia. There we go. And she only needs to defeat one more warg to make her quota. So bear with me. And let's take out this warg. Here we go. Keep going. You've got him on the ropes. He doesn't stand a chance. And another warg is defeated. Alright, well, we are going to head back up to the Dwarven camp, and we will meet you there. Okay, we've arrived at the Dwarven camp of Vinderhall. Let's go over and speak to Nogmelder.
Greetings to you.
Against the pack. So, Kaleia, you have returned already. It seems the wargs remain organized in some fashion, and likely friendly to the goblins. Would that there would be some way to break their foul alliance. Alright. And now we're going to take a look at Glorwen's fate. What is this? Glorwen's bow? Yet you say you saw no other signs of her save a torn cloak. Had the wargs slain her, it was likely they would have torn her to pieces and let some evidence lie plenty about. If there was no sign of her body, then it is possible that she yet lives. Perhaps she escaped, but I think that unlikely, for she would have come back for her bow, or come to us in need of aid. I have no answer to this riddle, but perhaps the wargs might. Ooh.
You may be of service to me.
Way of the pack. With your discovery of Glorwen's bow, we are left with a little but dire tidings in the search for her, but at least you have not come upon her gnawed bones, so we can be thankful for that. Unfortunately, few wargs are inclined or even able to speak the tongues of the free peoples, and I am afraid my own experience with their kind can be summed up entirely on the point of a yaw shaft. So I have little insight to offer. I do not know how we might learn more of her fate from them. Erwin's people lived up here for many years before they were driven out, and some still linger. Perhaps he could offer some insight than I. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll go over here and we'll talk to Erwin.
What do you need?
Well, why it is true that I fought and slain many a warg in my day, I have had little cause to speak with him beforehand. But if my memory serves me aright, there is a pair of brothers who have lived up in these mountains for quite some time as hunters and trappers. If anyone might have learned something about the pack, it would be them. The last I heard, they were holed up in the ruins of Hirenbarg, an old dwarf place, and to the east and a bit south of here, still pursuing their trade. If you can find them, and they still live, they might be able to tell you more. Alright, well that sounds like a good idea. So I tell you what, let's head out, and let's try to find the dwarves. So we'll just mount up. There we go. I'm seeing some lag here. I apologize for that. Come on. I can't wait for Turbine to get their new servers in place. This lag is just awful. Alright, well let's see if we can't outrun this Tempest Warg while we're looking for the dwarf encampment. Up, and I believe I see it up in the distance. So if we can avoid the wargs, we may be able to get there, and if the lag doesn't kill us before the wargs, let's cut through these trees. Yes, here's the entrance, and I don't see the wargs behind us. Alright, let's go ahead and dismount. And let's see if we can't find the dwarf. There we go. Thorgest's Haven. So let's go in, and there's Thorgest.
It is hopeless.
What do you want? Something about that pack up there to the north? I used to hunt the aurochs up there that way before I moved into the worm scale business, and I learned a fair bit about the wargs in order to stay alive. If you want to find one that will talk, that would be Blackfang, the pack leader. A few others might know the tongue of men, but they won't talk to you. It will be him that speaks for the pack and strikes bargains with the goblins, but he won't speak to you either, unless you were to call him out. You see, wargs are big on strength and survival of the fittest and all that, so while there is no way a pack would ever accept you as their leader, they would still look to the pack leader to kill you if they laid down a challenge to his leadership, just to prove his strength. If he backed down or refused, he would lose face, and for a warg, that can be fatal. The custom of challenge varies from pack to pack, but in this one it's simple. There's an old goblin totem in the middle of the ruins they live in. You just go stand next to that for a few minutes, and that signals you want to fight. Blackfang will have to come out and face you sooner or later or lose face with his pack. Of course, he's the pack leader because he is the strongest one up there, so you take care or he will tear you apart. Ooh, well, that doesn't sound promising. So let's go back to Nogmeldir and let him know what's going on. Alright. This is kind of a nice little area. Kind of a nice fortress. And I tell you what, since there's now a stable master back and forth,
Greetings.
let's just take a swift travel and go back to Vindalhall. One thing that's nice about the Misty Mountains now is, I guess about a year ago, Turbine went through and revamped it, and they added quite a few stable masters and swift travels and things like that, so it's a lot easier to get around the Misty Mountains than it used to be, which is very nice. Alright, let's go back over and see what he has to say.
To you.
So, this Thorgras told you of a means to pose a challenge to the leader of the Warg pack. It sounds to me like a novel means of having one's self ripped limb from limb by raving wargs, but if there's some chance that we might be able to learn something of Glorwen's whereabouts from this Blackfang, then perhaps it is worth the risk. And let's see, I am going to take the meaningful mashes.
Greetings, friend.
Okay.
You lend me your ear.
Blackfang. I know this is asking much of you, but if Thorgras believes that the only way he might learn something from the wargs of Starkhath is to challenge their leader, then I can see no other way forwards. Glorwen's life may hang in the balance, if she yet lives at all. For her sake as well as ours, for her sake as for yours, take care and arm yourself well. So now we're supposed to go find the totem and challenge and defeat Blackfang. Well, that's kind of easy for him to say, since he's not the one that has to go do it. So I tell you what, let's do. We're going to pause here real quick, and I will meet you back over in the Giant's Ruins. Alright, we're on the outskirts of the Giant's Ruins, and we're surrounded by wargs again. So let's go ahead and just start fighting our way through. Here we go. Now this time we're going to take the direct route, and we're going to bring up Kirok to give us a little extra firepower. I just love the detail in this area. Oh, looks like we're going to be taking on quite a few. There we go. Come on, Kaleia, you can do it. Uh-oh. One of the wargs have turned around and is attacking. There we go. Ah, good job, Kirok. You took it out by yourself. Now, which way to go? Oh, this is the way. Let's hurry through the path. Working our way through all these wargs. Too bad Kaleia's not a tailor. She's going to be getting quite a few hides out of this. And that's the end of that warg. Ha! One hiding in the corner. Yes, howl all you want. Alright, let's continue pressing on. Let's get rid of the stalker first. We can always rely on Kirok's trusty bow. Maybe going down the path wasn't the best idea. But it isn't like they can defeat us. Go! Excellent! What a great team. Alright, now we need to find a way up. That should be here, but let's take out this warg so he doesn't come behind us and sneak up on us. Yes, Kirok, the battle is joined. We shall defeat the warg. Oh my, there's another one. And one coming down. Let's do a quick heal. And take them on. Be careful, Kirok. There's one coming up on your left. Don't you go after Kirok. There we go. Alright, let's press on. Seems to be one hiding. Ah, there you are. Hiding behind the tree. Can't hide from us. Alright, let's press on. Ah, two of them this time. Well, we can handle that. Especially with Kirok backing us up. I think it's time for another Hobbit snack. These always remind me of Christmas trees. Oh, and it's snowing. How cool. Starkhath. The old giant ruins. bet it was very impressive when there were giants up here. Although, to be honest, I think that it's easier to take on the wargs. Oh no! Let's take this guy out too. Another stalker. And I expect it's best to take out as many of these wargs as we can so they don't come to assist Blackfang. Alright. Here's the totem. So let's call out Blackfang. Nope. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Ah, here he is. Blackfang, who dares? You are not of the pack, and yet you would challenge me? So be it. Yes. I challenge you. Almost seems a little unfair that no one is helping out Blackfang, and yet Karak's helping out Kaleia. And Blackfang has been defeated. You want the elf? She means nothing to us. The goblins came and took her, down into their caves. There she will remain until they torment her to death. Now go, I shall not cede the pack to one such as you, challenge or no. Yeah, let's just stay here for a minute. What is the meaning of this? No, I lead you! Ah! No, I lead you! Well, I don't think he leads the pack anymore. So do the weak die to make room for the strong, but you do not belong here. Now go. I think they're talking to us. Okay. Let's head out before they decide to get nasty. Like this one. Okay, we'll take you on. Let us hurry and try to escape these wargs now that we know that the goblins have Glorwen. No, you can't defeat us. Alright, we are going to thank Kirok for his help and release him. Thank you, dear sir. Let's mount up and see if we can't get back to Vendor Hall. Hello, where's the goat? Okay. So, Kaleia's going to try to make a fasty retreat out of here, and we will meet you back at Vendor Hall, assuming she's still alive. Alright, we have arrived at Vendor Hall, so let's report in and see what happens next.
Megovanen.
Your tidings chill me to the bone, Kaleia. Few are those who have escaped from the dark, twisted caves of Goblin Town once they have ventured within. The hatred of the goblins for my kind is great, and Glorwen's torments will be long and cruel at their hands. We must prepare, by stealth or force of arms, to rescue her, for even should we lose a dozen heroes to the darts and blades of the goblins, still our suffering will be as nothing compared to hers should we leave her to their devices. Let's see what I want to take. Yeah, I'll take more Masterful Mash. Alright. Well, this works out fine since Kaleia was looking for Goblin Town. So let's see what's
Sweet-eyed
next.
Melon, will you stay a moment?
Down to Goblin Town. So Blackfang revealed Glorwen's fate to you before he was himself torn to pieces by his own pack. I deem it a fitting fate for such a monster, but not for poor Glorwen. There is but one glimmer of hope that remains. The hatred of the goblins for my people is such that they will not kill Glorwen if they can help it. They would much rather keep her in endless toil and torment until her will is to live is broken, and she either loses her mind or dies of her own accord. Luckily, Glorwen is no faint maiden to be easily broken by such as they, and thus we must have some time to effect her escape. But I would not have her suffer a minute longer beneath at the tender mercies of the goblins. I have heard that Glorwen, a dwarf yet still a friend, has set up a camp outside of Goblin Town. Find him, and he will share with you what he knows of the depths and dungeons hidden beneath. Alright, well, we will certainly accept this. And this is where we're going to stop for now. And in the next episode, we will venture into Goblin Town. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and subscribe if you have not already. And until next time, safe journeys and take care.